I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you some questions from the previous test paper on trigonometry. The question here is, consider the point P minus 2, 6, which lies on the terminal R. Provide sketch of situation, state 6 trigonometric ratios for primary angle, state measure of nearest degree of related acute angle and primary angle. So let's make the sketch first. Coordinate points are minus 2, 6. That means we are in quadrant 2. So let us say minus 2 and 6. It will be kind of like this. So let this be the point P for us. Which is minus 2 and 6. Now in this case, the primary angle will be theta. Let's call this as theta. And a related acute angle, let me call this as alpha. Now since we are in quadrant 2, sine is going to be positive, and tan and cosine will be negative, right? Let's write down the rule that all are positive in quadrant 1, sine in 2, tan in 3, and cosine in 4. We need to find the length OP. So we can use Pythagorean theorem to find the length OP. One side of this right triangle is 6 and the other side is 2 units. Negative because it is towards the left side. However, to find the radius, we have to take square of it, right? So OP is equal to square root of 2 square plus 6 square, which is 4 plus 36, or could be written as square root of 40, which could be 4 times 10 or 2 square root 10. So that becomes OP. Now we can write down all the trigonometric ratios: sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. Now, because we are in quadrant 1, sine theta is going to be positive, cos and tan will be negative, right? You remember sine, we could write the acronym. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So if you look from this angle, opposite is 6 and hypotenuse is 2 square root 10. So we could write this as 6 over 2 square root 10, which could be written as 3 over square root 10. Now normally we need to rationalize this since we don't want to write square root 10 in the denominator. So sometimes it is preferred to rationalize. So we could write this as 3 square root 10 over 10. For cosine, adjacent side is 2 units, negative 2. So negative I have already written. So it is 2 over 2 square root 10, which is minus 1 over square root 10, or can be written as negative square root 10 over 10. For tan theta, it is 6 over 2 negative 6 over 2, which is minus 3. Now the other 3 trigonometric ratios are reciprocal of these. So we could write cosecant theta as reciprocal of this, which is square root 10 over 3. Secant theta can be written as negative square root 10 and cotangent theta will be negative 1 over 3. So that is how we get all the 6 trigonometric ratios. Now we need to find the related acute angle and the principal angle. To find the angle, we can use tan, right? So alpha is equals to tan inverse. Acute angle is always positive. So tan inverse 6 over 2. So we can use the calculator to find this angle. We'll round it to a whole number. Shift tan inverse 6 over 2 is 3 is equal to 71.5 degrees. Rounding to whole numbers, we get this angle as 72 degrees, right? As far as the angle theta, the principal angle is concerned, principal angle is 180 degrees minus the acute angle 72 degrees. So let's take away 72 from 180. We get 108 degrees. So that is how we can actually solve such a question. So I hope the steps are absolutely clear. Now for your practice, we have another similar question. So I'd like you to copy that question and then answer. So this time, we'll consider the point P minus 1, which lies on the terminal arm. You need to provide the sketch, 6 trigonometric ratios, and the angle of related acute angle and primary angle. You can always pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestions. Now let's again sketch the angle. Principal angle is in quadrant 3. Both are negative, right? So the situation is kind of like this. That's the terminal arm. Point P here is minus 1, minus 1. Since we are in quadrant 3, only tan is going to be positive and sine and cosine will be negative. In this case, OP is equal to square root of minus 1 square plus minus 1 square, which is square root 2. So all the angles, let's write down. Okay, so the angle theta basically is, the principal angle theta is that much, and related acute angle is this one, alpha, right, with the horizontal. So tan, let's start with sine. So sine theta will be negative. Cos theta will also be negative. However, tan theta is going to be positive. Now from this triangle, we know the sides are 1, 1 and hypotenuse is square root 2. Therefore, sine value is minus 1 over square root 2, which could be written as square root 2 over 2, negative sine. Cos theta is also same, minus 1 over square root 2 or square root 2 over 2. Tan theta is plus 1. Now the reciprocal ratios will be cosecant theta equals to negative square root 2, secant theta negative square root 2, cot theta will be 1, reciprocal of 1, right? To find the angle, we know it is alpha is actually 45 degrees and theta is equal to, which is tan inverse of, basically you can write tan inverse of 1, correct? And theta is going to be 180 degrees plus 45 degrees, right? Since we are in quadrant 3, so this angle is 225 degrees. So that is how we can actually solve such questions. I hope the steps are absolutely clear. It is a very important question from test point of view. Normally the first question in the test paper. I'd like you to go through this video once again, understand all the concepts. And if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.